strap, black deployable tourniquets, multicam tool pods, OD black, like old school hydro carriers, Woodland roll-up dump pouches, OD grocery bags, Coyote small utilities, single pistol mag cards. We make these up to 5 mags. Handcuff pouches. We do these Velcro. We do these belt attach or pals. Sand socks. If you're not sure what any of this is, or you want more info, or you want to see other features of them, let me know, and we can show you those up closer. Shooting mat sleeves. No, not sleeves. Why do I keep saying shooting mats? Double-sided shooting mats on all the tables out here. These are triple pistols that are being closed up tomorrow. Multicam. Radio pouches, multicam. These are multi-tool pouches. And these are first aid kit box pouches. Those are for those plastic military issue first aid kits from like the 90s. You can put a ton of shit in those. They make good fire starters or survival kits. That's the pocket that we make that holds those. Bunch of Rallymans are going. We got a bunch of Rallymans going in multicam, and then I've got 8 mag chest rigs, more spent mags, hydro carriers, tool aprons. We've done a lot of tool aprons this week. I think almost every color that has been ordered. There's multicam right there about to go. Vehicle med bags in multicam. If you want to make sure you get any of that stuff, let me know. I will put one online so that you can get your order ahead. Here are ATAC's Ghost. Pelter wraps about to sew. Caswell, what's up? Easy K, Billy Magnum, Mark. You gotta send me an email for a diaper bag. They are not online. They haven't been for 2 years. You got to order it ahead of time. Typically, we build it. It'll go out to you in about a week. Monica, what's up? Billy Magnum. Ellie Welding, what's up? Tyler Mallory, what's up? Got my rats in pouch. Right on. Right on. Joseph Frazier, Chase Peoples, what's going on, buddy? John Witherspoon, Isaac Barrett, what's up? Did you guys hear that a oil pipeline, gas pipeline from California to Nevada has been shut down? So there is an issue with fuel going to Vegas, Nevada areas, jet fuel, and it's affecting the military. I heard that tonight. Just like issues everywhere, it would seem. All over. I've got OD radio pouches here going. I've been sewing for the last 4 or 5 hours. We've got a bunch of belts cut. We've been shipping tons of belts. There's the last of the belts from today. If you have sent in a rebuild, every rebuild, which is usually sizing, or I think what happens a lot of times is guys will buy them on the secondhand market and then use our trade-in to refurbish the belt. Which is crazy because it's a lot of hoops to jump through when you could just pay a few dollars more and get a new belt. But I think a lot of that is what it is. But if you've sent one in, they have all been processed. Heard about gas shortage to Nevada yesterday. Got it. Yeah, I just heard it tonight. Was starving for those rats since they were all going overseas. They sure were, man. They sure were. Monica, yep. Maddie. Damn, just got notification. Spags, what's up, buddy? Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you guys. Do you live by Tag? We should all move there. We should all go be Tag's neighbor. Any large tool bags? Last time I checked, nothing. Max, bro, where you been? Are you not on my text app and my email app? We literally send a text out every night. We've built a fucking ton of tool bags and large tool bags. Currently, these are large tool bags. Typhon Toxic, Multicam Black Tiff Blue, Typhon Royal Blue, Typhon Toxic, Typhon Red Thread Red Handles, Typhon Royal Blue. Those are larges. Those can ship to you tomorrow morning. I also have some OD tool bags. You're about an hour, right on. Right on, right on. I just heard my hot cutter cycle. I gotta turn this off. I was cutting belts right before I got on here. How do I get a text? You go on the website. Just we had some issue, I think, with our pop-up on the website, so it's kind of fucked right now. But if you scroll to the bottom of the homepage, there's a link down there to join the text app. And then if you're in our private membership on YouTube here, I actually put out a early bird notice on those multicam spent mags, so they found out. Sometimes if I have time, I do that. You get a few hours advantage on those. And I'm pretty sure every email we send out tells you also how to get on our text app. We have about 3,500 on our text. We have about 70,000 on our emails. But those are all real customers. Like, you had to push the button. Do you really want to join? You had to jump through some hoops. We don't merge. We've never added anybody else's email list. We also don't sell or give anybody access to our email list. It's all organic. Been getting an email about an item in the cart that I already purchased. Keeps asking if I'm still interested. I have an order confirmation. Isaac, open your browser, maybe on your computer, and just empty your cart. It's also a page on, oh yeah, if you watch the home page where it scrolls through, it's in there also. Love getting texts every day. Bought a lot of stuff ahead of time because it typically sells out. Like, because we put a text out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we only do the emails like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday. So, and usually we put the text out 15, 20 minutes ahead. So even the days when the email goes out, it's usually sold out just from the text out. Because we send text out. So some guys are like, you send too many texts. Well, we told you, and you can easily unsubscribe. But in doing so, somebody else will buy all the shit that you want. Watching your videos in Thunderdome when I got tonight's live notification. Right on, Billy. Thank you for participating there. Going to Vegas on Thursday, hoping the gas situation. Man, I wouldn't fucking fly into Vegas. I had a buddy went to Vegas at Christmas, and it took him an extra 3 days to get home. Took his mom and sister an extra 2 days to get there. I would not fucking fly. I mean, unless you're flying first class or you're flying like charter, you're not getting me on a fucking plane with the bullshit going on. My time costs too fucking much to be delayed somewhere. Greg T, what's up, buddy? We got to remember when I told you guys that this ATAX IX stuff doesn't sell and Coyote doesn't sell? We haven't run this shit in years, and every night motherfuckers were asking about it, and here it sits. It's just not, it's not popular. When we run, if I run I could run any item in multicam black and we'll sell hundreds of them. I could run them in multicam and we'll sell hundreds of them. But everybody yips about Coyote, or ATAX. When are you going to do ATAX again? And as soon as we do it, 2 or 3 pieces sell. It's just not a seller. I mean, here's full-blown NSW chest rigs right here. Smash the thumbs up button. Does Arid sell? In small numbers. I like Arid. I like to run Arid with multicam black. I like to run multicam black with woodland. Because the combo's cool, right? It'll still kind of work, but it just fucking looks rad, you know? I don't feel safe flying currently. Yeah, there's too many fucking planes crashing. Have you guys, you know what's not being reported? Do you know what's not being reported? Look into how many airlines take off on a flight with 2 or 3 pilots, right? And land with a dead one. Look into that. You're not hearing it, right? You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Look it up. What's arid look like? It's desert. It's the multi-cam pattern, but desert colors. It's this right here. That's arid. What's the story about the time Jocko started a podcast with the same name as yours? Mark, I don't know, buddy. What are we talking about? What do you think the name of my podcast is? Are you talking about Pulling the Thread? That's the only podcast I know of that I have. Build a product in Tiger Stripe. No, they won't, Joseph. Fucking 5 of you guys will show up. They will not. And here's what you don't know. Most of the Tiger Stripe material out there is complete fucking shit. And we called. I spoke. I don't talk to fucking anyone on the phone. I talked to the dude who is the vendor for that Tiger Stripe product, and we never got shit from those guys. Like, there's people running real small numbers in the shit, but the direct to garment print stuff is fucking trash. See that shooting here in Michigan yesterday? I didn't see it, man. Somebody was on here, said they were actually locked down due to the shooting, due to an active shooter. Read an article this morning that issues with copper mines around the globe are stacking up. Looks like 400 and 500% increase in the next 3 years. Do you think copper is a commodity worth investing in? If you're going to invest in copper, why don't you invest in gold or silver, right? Because silver is one of your best conductors, right? Silver. But they don't have a way to pull the silver off the boards yet. I think it's coming. There are a lot of people that are saving all their old electronics. But why not buy silver? I understand you can get copper. The issues with it, I think you're seeing issues with everything, right? Trains aren't being maintained. Aircraft is not being maintained. Oil refineries are not being maintained. Nothing's being maintained because our labor force has fucking disappeared. We incentivized people not working. They got a taste of playing video games, right? And then we didn't allow anybody to kick them out while they weren't paying rent. And then you poisoned a bunch of people that now have medical conditions. And I think a lot of your labor force actually fucking died. I think a lot of people have died. I don't think we've even grasped the numbers of that yet. And I think this was all by design. And I think that the people who would typically show up early and leave late, them motherfuckers, they're gone. They're like, fuck this. They're out of the system. Just like your cops that would have upkept the oath. Just like your military personnel that would have upkept their oath. They pushed those people all out. Oath keeper, right? Agree with it, disagree with it. I like the premise of it. Were those people more apt to take the science experiment or less, right? So they were pushed out. They were out of the labor force. Who's left? Your Kool-Aid hairs, your yes men, right? Your mamby-pambies. Close enough to campus to hear the sirens and see all the choppers. Crazy, man. Most of the USA infrastructure is 50 plus years past expiration. A lot of our infrastructure is 100 years old, more. Wait till the transformers start having issues, these big transformers. Do you know that? You know that dude, the Muslim guy, right? He shot up he lit the solar array in Las Vegas on fire, right? Do you know what you might not have heard? That powered the MGM Grand and the MGM Grand properties, right? You haven't heard any more about this dude, right? Drove from Idaho to Las Vegas to light this facility on fire. Siphoned gasoline out of his car, not a gas can, siphoned gasoline from his car, lit this motherfucker on fire. You know they're going to be down for over 3 years because they can't get the parts to repair it? My power company comes in here, doesn't have transformers. They're pulling transformers, they're pulling power meters, they're pulling lights down from properties that are not occupied because they don't have enough of them. New housing developments are being built. They can't even energize them because they don't have the equipment to fucking put power to them. Town right up the highway from me just replaced their wood water main a couple years ago. Yeah, we still have some clay ones, I guess, running around here. Dean Conrad, what's up? Just a few transformers out in the correct location. Yeah, it doesn't take much from everything you hear, right? I'm still alive and working my ass off. No COVID shot and never got sick. Same, Levi. We got sick. It was like the flu, right? Call it whatever, label it whatever the fuck you want. I don't think any of my employees are vaccinated. We didn't have sickness run through here. Just like every year, we had some, people out with the flu for a couple days. 1 year lead time minimum on those transformers when the supply chain was normal. Yeah, they're saying 3-4 years. And if we're going to war with China, all that shit comes from China, every fucking bit of it. 100-year-old grandma died 2 weeks ago, healthy up until she got to the rehab home, where all of a sudden she had COVID, like they wanted her to die. Yeah, Somos, I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. There's a lot of stuff coming out that they were over-medicating all those people, basically killing them, right? We could call it euthanizing, but they weren't euthanizing them. Those people did not want to die. They murdered those people. I'm not saying that's what happened to your grandma, but there's a lot of shit coming out. Why are we not hearing that, right? Because balloons. They shot another balloon down today. Did you hear that? Anybody hear that? Today. Nobody knows that, right? Did anybody on here know that they just shot a balloon down today over Chicago? Do you know there's a lot of shit out there right now saying that those are U.S. weather balloons that they're shooting down and they have nothing to do with China? Lots of fucking people asking that question. Moved her to another home, and my dumb aunt put her on morphine. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what hospice is. They put them on morphine, and they let them medicate themselves. Yep, that's what they do. That's the code word hospice. That's what hospice is. Yeah, dog and pony show. Even the people coming from down south don't want to work. No, because your government's giving them what they want. They give them free phones. They give, right? But take from you. How is your government able to give motherfuckers who will not work anything? Because they steal it from you. Political parasites. Decentralization of the masses. Same happened to my grandma at the beginning of COVID. Sorry to hear that, Tim. COVID 3 times, no shot. Each time it was easier. How do you know it was COVID? Like, how do you know that the test isn't a test for fucking flu and they're calling it COVID? How do you know it was COVID? I mean, maybe you do, right? Maybe you are sure of it. What's the biggest bag you have in stock? Large clothes bag, probably. Started thinking that they were shooting our own crap when they were so quick to shoot down the second one complete full. Yeah, what have they shot down now? 12 of them? It's like people are laughing over this shit, right? People are seeing through the bullshit. It's not working anymore. They can't keep parading this out. It's not distracting people. Everybody is talking about Ohio. It's in the water. It crosses through fucking 6 other states, right? It's showing up 1,000 miles away. People every day, this morning, showing more animals dying. People's cows are dying. Somebody let their dog out. Two-year-old dog let it out. Didn't come back. They went to find it. It was fucking dead. Chickens are dead. People's foxes are dead. People's house pets are dead. What's that going to do to you in a week or 2 weeks or 3 years? Biggest bag. So the biggest bag we have is this large. It's the 36-inch duffel. It's the big duffel, whatever the biggest duffel. It's Typhon Toxic. I have one right here. This here is also the big. I have them in Typhon Toxic. Looks like I have them in Typhon Royal Blue. If you just look up duffel bag, top right of every page. If you don't see the search bar, just scroll over. Top right of every page. I also have large clothes bags. but the 30-inch duffel's bigger, volume-wise, a little bit bigger. There were guys out in Ohio River scooping dead. Dude, there's dead shit everywhere. All of the fucking fish in the Ohio waterways there are dead. Like, just search it. There's it's your media, mainstream media is not showing it. It is fucking everywhere on social media. Just use the hashtag. They might have even disabled it. Ohio Chernobyl, Ohio train wreck, Ohio chemical spill. They're trying to remove all of this. The Ohio River supplies 10% of the U.S. population. Yep. The duffel bags are real nice. Yeah, they're very nice. They're lined. They're very finished. It's already going down the Mississippi River. Yep. Contributing factor to labor shortage could be an aging population. Yes, absolutely. Aging population. But I got a lady working here that's fucking pushing 80 years old right now. Right? Where are your 80-year-old people that are missing, right? What jobs are they missing from? They weren't fucking firemen. They weren't police officers. They weren't running major corporations, right? The labor force that we're speaking of, those are younger people. Those aren't fucking 60, 70, 80-year-old people that you're seeing missing right now. At least not me. Not the people I'm talking about. Leach out of the river and the surrounding wells. Yep. Filter all your water. Have to gas up the F-16 Brandon Sydney last spring. 2 to 3 hours away from Ohio. Which way is your wind blowing? Labor shortages, all new disability claims went up 100% in Virginia. Have you guys looked at the numbers? Have you looked at the numbers for life insurance right now? You're not hearing shit about it anymore, right? It went around. There was a lot of underwriters talking about it, and then it just kind of disappeared. It's just got fucking dissipated into the wind. What'd they say? 18 to 58. I think it was 18 to 50, 18 to 58, something like that. Deaths were up 40% from 21. And you haven't heard shit about the VAERS reporting system, the vaccine injury reporting system, right? If you even use that term, you're supposed to be flagged as a conspiracy theorist and false propaganda, promoting false information. The VAERS system, didn't they disable it? I don't think you can even report to it. They also made it so it takes you almost an hour to write the report. So most people aren't even writing the report. And then when doctors and nurses would actually fill out the report form, hospitals were coming down on them and giving them shit about it. Get the book Nuclear War Survival Skills. Yep. Excess deaths are up everywhere, and it's not COVID. Nope. But it's the thing they had them take because of COVID. Or maybe it's something more insidious. Dad is 61, had a stroke, likely never will work again. Sorry to hear it, man. Yeah, good point. The claims for life insurance, 18 to 59 deaths at all-time high. 40 or 45% higher for 2021. Or maybe it was 22. 21 to 22, I think is what the number was. Didn't we use balloons to track wind patterns so we could dispense toxic gas? Patrick Caswell, look it up. Who did I send that to? I sent a post about U.S. using balloons over cities, right? I've been saying that for the last year. There are balloons. The United States uses data collection balloons over all major U.S. cities. They were up there during Rittenhouse. They're up there during the riots. They're up there over D.C. They're over every major city. They're pulling every piece of data that you pull out. Everything you type, they collect. And then it has a lot more capabilities than that. And then lo and behold, some congressman or somebody made a post about it today. I sent it to a few people. the old tests in New York. Labor shortages. I think we've read all of these. Oh, you know what? I'm not on. It would be nice if YouTube would leave my shit alone. It takes me to Top Chat. So I go to live chat to see where I can see all the comments. Facebook is so fucked up right now. To see comments on my Facebook page, it only shows me, it only wants to show you comments with stars. So you have to click one button, drop the menu, and then go to all comments to see the actual comments, because Facebook wants you guys to have to pay for me to see your comments. They aren't weather balloons. They're 200 feet in diameter. That's way bigger than a weather balloon. What are we talking about, Warlike? It's not uncommon that the USA has 30 to 40 balloons in the air every day. My plan is to just quit acknowledging the government's existence completely, live my life, prepare, and wait for them to quit destroying the world. I'm with you, buddy. I'm with you. I think it's still important to have the conversation. I think it is important to know how dangerous the government is so that you can maneuver around them. Concrete finisher, what's up? Children and animals are at the greatest risk. It's fucking us now and mutating the future. So I heard Tim Pool had a thought about all the small animals dying. It's because it is sitting lower, right? Or it's resting on the ground, and the animals eat off the ground, and the animals run on the ground and stir it up, and then they inhale it. And most of us are 4, 5, 6 feet tall, so we're breathing out of a different area. So we're getting less particulate or less amounts of it, so it will take a little while longer to accumulate. Sakota, what's up? Government is dangerous. Yeah, it's a rabid animal backed into a corner. That's exactly what it is. It's very dangerous. I'm hearing 2 geese. They're down here. Usually if all right, reconnect. We'll see. We lost you. I'm back. Can you hear me? The balloons they're shooting down are 200 feet. Is that what you're saying? And are you of the belief that the dozen balloons that they have told you now that they've shot down are from China? Maybe. Who fucking knows? I am of the belief that the government, the propaganda machine, the arm of the government, thus the mainstream media, I'm of the belief that whatever they tell you has a fraction of truth, a small sliver of truth, and it's probably closer to the opposite of what they're telling you than fact. Made in China and set off in America. Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe we allowed it, right? Maybe they came in from, maybe Canada allowed it. Do you know how much Chinese military aircraft is in fucking Canada? Do you know how many Chinese military personnel are in Canada? Do you know how many Chinese, sovereign Chinese citizens, well, they're not, they're slaves really, right? Are you aware that there's an entire Chinese city in Idaho and several other states, right? Have you heard this? You know there's a bunch of Uyghur Muslim slaves here in the United States that China brought over here. Do you know that? Have you heard this before? Not sure where the balloons are coming from. Apparently Russia has also has warships at like 5 separate points west. Yeah, but that's a normal thing. So you hear that, right? And it's shocking that there is a guided missile cruiser off the coast of New York and California. But that's a pretty normal thing. I guess if most of the balloon material comes from China, then it come from there. Yeah, China owns more farmland in the U.S. Yes, we sold our biggest military runway to China a few years ago. It is in Texas. Long Beach Naval Shipyard, owned by China also. It's like a Tom Clancy movie. Assume Montana balloon was launched from Idaho where China owns all the land. Oh, maybe. You know, maybe so. I'm also concerned with why they are shooting these balloons with sidewinders. Where'd the sidewinder go that missed? Did you hear there was a sidewinder that missed the balloon? Where did that go? Why not put a few 25 Mike? Yeah, why not send an A10 out for them? That's what I had said. That's what Cody said too. Shooting down our own stuff, is that just so they look? I think it's a distraction, man. I think it's just, you know, are you aware that yesterday the Epstein client list came out? Does anybody know that? Yesterday. It's already out there. You can read the Epstein client list and the people that had gone to the island. Do you know that that's out there right now? Have you heard it? Have you heard that reported anywhere? I was reading part of it tonight. Have you seen it? Can an A10 reach 60,000? I don't know the answer to that, but this last one they shot down like at what, 20,000? No, it's not redacted, Isaac. I saw the list. I was reading it. There might be pieces redacted, but I went through, I don't know, I was there when we scrolled through 20 pages maybe. This is the second drop, got it. Throughout the ages, nothing changes when it comes to tyranny, yes. We are changed, reported that, but I've been at work. What's up with Veritas, right? Veritas comes out with Pfizer dude fucking admitting all the shit, and then all of a sudden he's pushed out of his company. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Somebody bought that motherfucker. Did you see Elon Musk? I saw Elon Musk. I don't know when this was published, but I saw it today. Elon Musk said, people always ask why he let Andrew Tate back on Twitter. And he said for the exact same reason he bought Twitter. He said Andrew Tate was offered $1 billion to shut up, and he didn't shut up. And he said, I'm not shutting up either. Weird Change reported that, but at work. Tim, I glanced through it. I have not sat down and looked at it. Board got paid off at Project Verity. Fuck yeah, they did. Or threatened. Or both. Max, I saw Elon say it. Now, who fucking knows? I mean, it could be some bullshit, but I mean, it looked like it was him, and it looked like it was his account. Project Veritas was infiltrated and covered to move against James O'Keefe. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't take much, man. Money will buy almost anybody. Threats will buy the other half. When they have to say that he once took a sandwich from an 8-month-old pregnant lady, and that's the most shocking thing they have against him, come on. Still want to know who incentivized by Mike Glover's nonprofit got labeled a terrorist organization. They got to Mike too, man. Mike went silent on that shit. Somebody got to Mike. Think about it. He fucking overnight shut American Contingency down, disavowed it. Somebody visited Mike, knocked on his door too. Jason, what's up, buddy? Heard several people sued, so the court didn't release their names on the Epstein list? I don't know. How about we have somebody in prison for brokering underage minors to pedophiles, but you don't know who she sold them to? We can't know that, right? Yeah, he was on Rogan. Absolutely, he was on Rogan. I think he's doing great shit. He's got a fuck ton of money all of a sudden, or investors. I mean, it's deceptive, right? You could start a company. Black Rifle Coffee is a good example, right? You can start a company, and it's doing well, and you will have investors come in, and very quickly, the company might go from be valued at 5 million, and now all of a sudden it's valued at 100 million with the investments, right? But you are no longer a 50% shareholder. That means the people that infuse the money into your company dictate what you say. Get around 2000, 2006, then the pedo list stuff, name drop, started being deleted. The government gets to these people and tells them to keep quiet. Yeah, because they'll destroy their lives. They'll kill your family. I mean, Randy Weaver, Branch Davidians, Bundy. Couple dudes fucking meet you in the middle of the night and go, look, keep doing this. Everybody has somebody that they love, right? They will. It's not you. They're gonna get you, but they're gonna get your family too. Look at all these fucking gas explosions that happen around the United States in the last couple of years. Just random gas explosions. Just joined them live in the middle of live. What's up, buddy? How much of that bioweapon was passed into the food chain and eventually on to people? What are we talking about, Tyler? The government gets to these people? Yes. Car accident ops? Yep. How about all the people that fucking made videos? They're like, I'm not going to kill myself. And then all of a sudden, like Cappy. You ever watch any Cappy videos? How about Ellen DeGeneres' ex, right? Had the car accident. Then they showed the helicopter when it showed them putting her she was in the body bag, but the body bag was moving around. Is that not weird? 100-day project. What up, buddy? Look at the chicken farms catching fire. Fucking hundreds of chicken farms. 50% of your poultry operation is out of commission in the United States. 50%. Canadian Crusader, what's up, buddy? Mike's reaction video as the riots were happening. That dude wanted a standing army, then walked all that back. Yeah, within a day, overnight. After they shut his account down, they shut his mother's bakery's account down, they killed all their social media. Then he went over to Locals and Rumble and was still calling for action. He was gaining a standing army. He was fucking gathering an army. And then that next morning, he walked all that shit back. I didn't hang myself. Yeah. Look at the Red Scarf Club. Do you know what that is? The Red Scarf? All these people that are saying stuff against the pedophiles, there's hundreds of them that have committed suicide with a red scarf. It's always a red scarf, and they hang themselves from doorknobs. Do you think you could hang yourself from a doorknob? The Red Shoe Club. So the Red Shoe Club, Macaulay Culkin says those red shoes are made from the skin of infants. Why would you have the Pope wearing red shoes like that? Why would you have all the presidents wearing red shoes like that? And all these actors and everybody? anything to do with the red shield family. I'm not familiar with that. Tanker full of chems spilled on I-10. Do you know there's been 2 more train derailments with chemical spills? One in Texas, one in, where's it? North Carolina? I think I heard North Carolina. There's been 2 more since Ohio. Rothschild's got it. I'm just scrolling back, seeing if I missed any of these. So you hear all this chicken stuff, right? I've heard there's multiple countries that have no bird flu because they're not pretending there's a bird flu. Have you heard the World Health Organization is pushing the next big one that's going to be, there's some virus that is going around through small ruminants. So they're wanting to put controls in effect that control your ability to keep sheep and goats and cows now. That's going to be your next push. They're ramping this up. You're going to hear it over the next year or so. And and the other one is they're wanting to vaccinate all poultry. So you're going to have an mRNA vaccine. And are you aware that even with all the crazy shit going on with the shot, that they're requiring it to be vaccinated for kids to go to school, to enroll in school, right? Did you know that? That they're pushing that through, even with all this shady shit that's going on. Every time someone says, but my government would never, yeah. Just remember, they gave radiation to mentally incapacitated school children. Have you heard that? They shot radioactive particles into the projects. Have you heard that? Do you know anything about this? Look that up. Now you need to find unvaxxed females. Yeah, your semen's going to be worth a lot of money. It's going to be like the postman, right? She had the bad cough or whatever it was called, the bad mumps. Unvaccinated, they're vaccinating bees. Jesus. Only cricket protein is safe. Yeah. Are you guys aware? Are you aware that if you go to Walmart right now, there are dozens of products on the shelf with cricket and mealworm protein? Do you know what you're not seeing? I'm talking about products that you've used all your life, right? Packaged products. I don't know if it's in Oreos. I haven't looked. But there are products on the shelf, and the box doesn't say new, improved, now with cricket protein. It just has it in the box. They're not telling you. It's just printed on the ingredients. Guess the government did not like me joining the fam. Got booted after I signed up. Weird. SOE needs to sell everything prepper. It's getting very hard to get medicine. Yeah. Vet meds. You're not going to be able to get vet meds in like the next few months here. That goes into effect. They've already passed that. They're not talking about it. It's actually taking place. You can no longer get veterinary medications without a prescription from a veterinarian. That means you can't buy fish mocks. You can't buy bird vaccines, bird antibiotics like we do, right? You can't buy any of that shit anymore. You have to now see a veterinarian in order to get it. So the bee thing is being pushed to deal with the varroa, the mite that are causing colony collapse. Ask the Tuscany Project. Yep. We used to buy crickets at the Space Museum flavored. Yeah, I've eaten crickets. I've cooked them in olive oil. I've cooked them in garlic oil. I've eaten mealworms. But I'm not doing that. If I have to, whatever. But I don't have to. That's what I was saying. My chicken, I have hundreds of eggs sitting here right now. And it's only Tuesday. I have hundreds of eggs. And these are just the clean ones. When they're dirty, about half of my eggs are dirty. We crack those open and give them to dogs every day. Been using candy canes in my hives for the mites. Huh. No cricket will ever be as delicious as Aruba. In Mexico, you can buy any... Yes, in most places you can. This is the government. They're not worried about you, about your animals. They're worried about you not needing them. If the FDA is banning something, you should assume that it probably does what it says it'll do. High glyphosate. So they're now going to modify bees to be Roundup ready too. Would not surprise me. I've got a pre-order sale going, $500 a load. I see what you're saying. I was talking to Cody Monday while you were upstairs. He asked me if my quail are laying. I said no, I don't use Purina feed. He said I do. That's probably why mine aren't laying. Oh, you know what? He is. He's buying that game feed. He's buying that game bird feed from Tractor Supply. He is, isn't he? I didn't even think about that. Louis Cummins. I am in Arizona. Got it on my phone. I don't know what we're talking about. 3 different semi-truck chemical spills. 100-day project. Welcome to the membership. So guys, if you don't know what that is, we put up over 10 hours of content every week. That's membership only. It's private. It costs you $1. It's $1. That's the Pulling the Thread podcast. That's the question and answer, where Amanda and I sit down for a few hours. We answer your questions in depth. We say a lot of things that we cannot say public facing. Like on these videos, we couldn't say a lot of the things we say. We also, her and I sit down, much better production, real microphones, real studio. And then Scully and I do 2 to 3 hours of podcast every week. Those are those shorts you've been seeing. All those shorts come from the private content. You see a little 30-second clip of hours worth of content. Costs you $1. There's a second level that's $5. There's a third level that is $9.99. And you get more stuff with each of them. For instance, we did modular spent mags today in multicam. I put a photo of them up and said, hey, you guys are hearing it first. And we gave that to the 2 higher levels of membership. So you have access to stuff before other people do. I only ever used grasshoppers for fish bait in the old gravel pits. Never tried eating them. So I've eaten them. $1 a month. Mark Curtis, yeah, $1 a month, buddy. $1 a month. Yeah, I told him to buy the game feed from Co-op. Yeah, I don't know why he's not, because we're at Co-op every week. As a kid in the 60s, we ate grilled grasshoppers on the farm just for kicks. Do you know what June bugs are? Those orange beetles that fly around in the middle of the night? Those taste like almonds. I've eaten dozens of those. I've eaten dozens of crickets. We used to take the kids to a survival class in San Diego, and the SEER instructors would come in, and they would always have grilled meat. They would cook them right there in chili oil or in garlic oil, and they would cook grasshoppers and they would cook mealworms, and you would eat them by the handfuls. It's going to be a Ford versus Chevy showdown on the members only channel. It'll be epic. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. The I-10 tanker flipped over with nitric acid. Have you guys seen this yet? Dirty eggs. I think I'm in love. We are producing so many eggs right now, and I have chickens all over the place, and they're laying all over the place. And I found a lot of their houses, right? A lot of their hiding spots. And the dogs also. I have a Pyrenees right around this time every year that just stops eating. And what it is she finds all the duck nests and she eats the duck eggs. She is so full from eating duck and chicken eggs that she is not eating when I feed her. And I feed them meat. Like these dogs eat like a human being eats, minus the vegetables. Like they won't eat any fucking kibble at all. To get them to eat kibble, you got to put eggs or hamburger or grease, like anything that comes off that stove. Every bit of all the drippings and everything goes to the dogs. Yeah, I saw it Monday. Laughed out. Laughed out. Montana looked at me like I was nuts. The Boones farm wine of guns. The Boones farm wine of guns. Gross as hell. But it gets. I don't know what you're saying there. When I was a kid, got smashed. I would smash lightning bugs in my face. So it. Okay, that's something different. Oh, you're talking lightning bugs. I'm talking about June bugs. Yeah, lightning bugs are pretty cool. When you smash them between your fingers or on your windshield, they glow like chem lights. Got to starve them a few days to get them to eat kibble. Yeah, yeah. Fucking dog food's $100 a bag. It's actually $78 for a 43-pound bag, or $83 for a 43-pound bag. All right, guys. Last comments, questions. Random question. Have you ever seen a dog, or anyone's for that matter, lick your firearms? No innuendos. Just serious question. My buddy's dog has to lick the rifle or pistol we are holding every time. No, I haven't seen that. Yeah, but we use Purina Pro Plan. It's what my breeder uses. So when each time we got a puppy, we just kept using this chicken and rice formula. And the other dogs would get in fights trying to get it from the puppy. So we just eventually started giving it to all the dogs. And when we switched the Pyrenees from the feeds we were using to this feed, they acted literally like puppies. They were jumping around and just had a shit ton more energy. So we just kept using that. Since then, though, I usually keep about 10 bags of this on hand. Since then, it's become like when we go into a town, we go to Petco and PetSmart, and we're lucky to find 4 bags. So we buy it anytime we're in a major city. We buy it up. But our dogs eat meat every day, and then we feed them rabbits and we feed them chickens. So if I have a chicken that's older, or a chicken that's just not like a great looking chicken, like it's not growing its tail feathers or its ass is bare, it's just, a bullied chicken. We always kill those off. We don't keep weak animals. The dogs eat those. We just literally, I'll kill them and we feed the animals whole. We just put them in kennels and they eat them up. There's usually feet and feathers left. I use tallow on some of my machines. Yeah, absolutely. I use bacon grease just because we have so much of it on the trash can sliding doors on the dumpsters. Can you share what breeds? Oh, my Pyrenees came local. I bought them at a flea market here as puppies, little tiny puppies, and they just do guardian livestock dog stuff, man. We didn't train them or nothing. They just do it. And then I have 2 Kangles. We're about to get a 3rd dog also. It'll be a 5th dog. Appreciate the info, John. Have a good one. Right on, man. Right on, Preston. There's a new video. I think it went up today. Another sewing video. We have a 4th one filmed right now, and then we will film a 5th one tomorrow. We'll also do pulling the thread. The cameras will roll all day tomorrow. Iridium Group, what's up, buddy? Trying to think of a way to break him of the habit. Yeah, that's weird, man. That's weird. Try a shock collar, buddy, and just zap him. Don't yell at him when he does it. Don't even acknowledge it. When he does something, just give him a little shock, and he will stop doing it. Always broke my dogs of licking by grabbing their tongue. Yeah, I've done that too, man. I'll stick my whole... If my dog does some silly shit, I'll put my whole fucking hand down its mouth. Aurora Rings, what's up? Saw your mugshot on SRF. Just got a Husqvarna Viking 150. What is that, Patrick? A Husqvarna Viking. I'm not familiar. Is that a chainsaw or what is that? What was up with that can of food Scully wanted to eat? Oh, it's a Diet Pepsi. They stole my mugshot off Facebook. I was like, really? You stole a pic of me off Facebook? She's good at that. She's good at that. Then teach yourself to sew. I taught myself to sew. 35 years later, I can kind of do it. If you were the dude asking about the dog breeder, if you're asking about the dog breeder, I will totally put you with my breeder. I need you to know ahead of time, the dogs are $3,500 for a puppy. You're going to prepay 50% of that. It might, I guess, I might have even paid $4,000 for the last one. You're going to pay 50% up front. You're going to be on the list, and you're gonna tell him up front whether you want a male or female, and then they're going to put collars on them, the colors, and they're going to ask you what kind of personality you want. Do you want a more aggressive dog? You want a more dominant dog? You want a more dog that's going to be like a more family pet? Do you want more of a guardian dog? Because the dogs have different personalities. But I need you to know going into it that if I refer you, you're going to buy a dog. Otherwise, I don't just give my breeder's name out. My breeder knows when I refer a customer to him, those are vetted, qualified customers. Now, if that's out of your price range, there are several livestock guardian groups that I will be happy to put you in on Facebook, and you will learn a ton of knowledge, and you might find some dogs local. For a few days before you start shocking the dog, let them wear the collar. Got it. And you don't have to get a Kangal, man. You can get, there's some fucking really good, like, super trooper Anatolians out there. Akbash, there's all kinds of dogs, right? You just need to know what you need your dog to do. I think I have a bobcat around here right now. My dogs can totally handle a bobcat. We have mountain lions 30 minutes from here. TVA has come out and said that they have DNA from no less than 6 mountain lions. The fuck does that mean? How many do you fucking have? No less than 6? There's a lot of people too that will tell you they have killed mountain lions and they have collars, and that the wildlife authority says we didn't release any of those. They are releasing these fucking animals. They're just not acknowledging it. Same with wolves. Did you see that 2 bison left Yellowstone and got like 4 states over? Did you see that? I have a husky wolf mix. No animals in my yard. Right on. I hate Dogtra plastic collars. Wish there was another option. We have 2 pit bulls, or rather staff. Yeah, we had Staffordshires too in California. They're most wonderful family. Absolutely, they are, man. Absolutely. Before people were scared of pit bulls, it was Rottweilers. Before it was Rottweilers, back in the 80s, it was Doberman Pinschers. Everybody got Dobermans because of Magnum PI, and then they didn't train them. They didn't raise them. What's the number one most? What's the dog that bites the number one amount of people? It used to be Cocker Spaniel. I'll bet you it's something even smaller now. I'll bet you it's a Jack Russell. E-collar technique, ET300 is the way. I have that one that we put on Tyler, but I have this. This is what I'm currently using, and it seems to be working well. Saint Bernard, Australian Shepherd. I do not have any room in my fucking animal program for an Australian Shepherd. I had one, great dog. When we had no fences, I could put her out and go put them to bed, and she would go out and round the goats up and bring them right back to the pen. I do not have I don't have Australias or border collies right now. Not in my program. The one that bites everybody is a Chihuahua, Cane Corso. I was going to say maybe some of those tagged cats could be coming from other states. Yeah, possibly. We had a black leopard, right? A leopard with spots, but black. 3 years ago on a game camera, about 45 minutes from here. That nipping instinct can be misinterpreted on Interpret on children. I follow some border collie, working border collie Instagram pages that are working like horses and cattle and stuff, and small livestock. Amazing animals. Fucking just incredible animals. I like bison burgers. Hey, who are these motherfuckers? Are you sedated? What is wrong with you? Got a Roddy inside dog. Awesome, man. Baxter came with that name. Chihuahua breeds by Spec Ops cat. There was something creeping around the woods when we were having a fire in the mountains. It's probably Bigfoot. Nice thing about Australian Shepherds, they can help you with your taxes and tutor your kids. Australian Shep? I don't get it. Had something pawing at my tent. It's Bigfoot. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off here. You guys have a great night. We got a bunch of content. I think we had some new content go up on YouTube today. Check it out. Leave us some comments. If there's anything of value there, send it to a friend, man. We got a ton of shorts. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on TikTok. If you see something that makes you giggle, send it to a friend. If you see something of value, send it to a friend. Just that's all we ask. That's the fee that we ask of you. Bigfoot. I've been listening to David Politis, Starting to Believe. We went to a Dogman convention. The biggest Bigfoot convention is actually about 4 hours from here in Brandl's hometown. Sure, Bigfoot was right outside the campfire light, just in the shadows. There was a loud branch break. I'm going to buy two 7 foot, 8 foot tall carved wood Bigfoot. I'm going to go and see if they're still there. They had a boy and a girl. She had big titties on her.